Welcome to today's episode. We're diving into the world of decentralized storage systems, focusing on a fascinating project called Walrus. Now, if you're wondering what exactly Walrus is, don't worry. I'm here to break it down for you. Let's start with the basics. Walrus is a decentralized blob storage system specifically designed for large files, which are often referred to as blobs. Think of blobs as those heavy-duty boxes that hold all your important files, videos, and even those photos you haven't sorted through yet. Just digital clutter waiting to be organized. But the interesting part? Unlike traditional storage options, where you'd upload your files to a single location, like a server that could crash or get hacked, Walrus takes a completely different approach. It spreads that data across a network of decentralized nodes. This means your important files are stored in multiple locations, enhancing security and reliability. Even if one node goes down, say due to some technical glitch or even a cybersecurity issue, your data remains accessible. You might be asking yourself, okay, but why should I care about decentralized storage? Well, imagine a world where you're not tied to one corporation controlling access to your data, or facing the risk of losing everything if that company decides to shut down. In this decentralized network, the power is in the hands of the users. That's a pretty empowering thought, right? Now, if we dig a little deeper, we find that Walrus isn't just a buzzword. It's built to handle something pretty complex: Byzantine faults. This term sounds a bit intimidating, but it essentially refers to problems that arise in distributed networks, where some nodes could be failing or behaving maliciously. Walrus has robust mechanisms to ensure that even with these potential faults, the availability and reliability of your data remain intact. Clever, huh? And there's more. For those who love tinkering with code, Walrus comes with detailed documentation. This documentation is not just plain text. It's built using a tool called MDBook. If you're familiar with coding, this means you can easily access and even build the documentation locally, provided you have a few things installed, like Rust. Oh, and if you're a multilingual wizard, you can also work with translated resources. Imagine being able to access documentation in your preferred language, making the tech not just accessible, but enjoyable to work with. Now, let's not forget about support. If you ever run into issues or have questions while using Walrus, the community encourages you to check existing discussions for answers or even open new ones. Engagement is a huge part of these decentralized projects, and your participation can help improve the system. So, to wrap everything up, Walrus offers a powerful and secure way to store large amounts of data without the risks associated with centralized systems. Just to recap, it provides high availability, tackles Byzantine faults, is user-friendly with its documentation, and invites community engagement. Before we sign off, I'd love to leave you with this thought. How would a decentralized storage system change the way you approach your digital life? Hit us up on social media or join our community discussions. I'm really curious to know your thoughts. Thanks for listening, and I hope you found today's exploration of Walrus enlightening. Catch you next time as we dive into more fascinating tech topics.